wonder how my sound is here. Today the hope is I'm going to finish this silly run, whatever it is. Just gonna try and aim today the hope is laptop a little bit here. This silly whatever it is. Just gonna try and aim okay. That's good. Now what am I doing? I mean obviously I know kind of what I'm doing. Yeah, this will be okay. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put Mog on the third team, along with the people I like least. Who do I like least? Realm is not a super suitable knight. Let's get Realm out of there. Gao is not a super suitable thief compared to the other two options. Sabin is probably the least suitable white mage. Right? Maybe? Sure. Okay, so the other team doesn't... The other two teams don't matter that much. So they're each going to have a knight. I'll pop Edgar in first because it's a little more main. In fact, let's make one team kind of the main team. Let's make it Edgar, Terra, Locke, Celes. And they're pretty close to the main characters of the game. Shadow, Strago, this is team default. The two sweetest words in the English language. My thought is, it's possible to get one party through without fighting anyone, at least until the very end. And so I'm going to do that with Mog's team. And we're going to equip Mog with the Moogle Charm. Lulu Charm. You know what I didn't do is amass on equip. Okay, good, it doesn't matter. So, hope is this team won't have to do anything and we'll just stroll through this ridiculous, dangerous tower. Remember to hit the switch that we have to hit. And the other two teams can do things the hard way. I did already beat Inferno. In fact, it wasn't even that hard, which surprised me, because sometimes it is a bit tough. Depending on the nature of your run. I mean, a default run through this game isn't really hard at all. But we're talking about challenge runs. We already beat that dragon. And then this is going to be the team that we send right, hopefully. Okay, that went well. This is going to be the team we outfit most realistically, to put it one way. I like when Edgar does lots of damage with a sword. You know what? We beat Doom. I want that team to go left. I just realized. Okay, that's fine. We'll do the Vigor boost. I don't know if it matters much, but whatever. Locke can be equipped with his... Does the Thief Bracer actually matter? Not really. Very little of this matters. I would like to steal a guard bracelet from a Doom Dragon. I think avoiding status effects is always going to be a good thing, so... Extra ribbon. I like popping one of those on the white mage. I like hero rings in general. Oops. And that's because I like when I can do lots of damage. I want her to learn Holy. I believe Celes has learned everything above this line. Yeah. So it'll be learning Holy and then learning Raiden. Let's see what Terra needs, if anything. Oh, she needs pretty much this. Any other complicated things affecting my decision here? The one thing that could affect my decision is it makes a lot of sense to start with the second team first. I do want to do that. So I'm going to remove all the shields. And I'm going to jump to my second team, who still need to not completely suck. That's their goal, not completely suck. We are reaching for the stars here. He already has Holy. I don't know, is it worth taking the Raven off Terra? I think we'll do it. He's just learning quick. Oh, so that means he needs Raiden too. And those are not black magic, so he can't use those. So I think he's literally learned everything except for Raiden as well. Kind of a funny situation. Well, that's okay. Okay, you want maybe a hero ring. Maybe earring. You want maybe an earring. You like having a ribbon. Do we have enough ribbons? Sure. Thief. You can have a ribbon. You can also have a memento ring, because why not? And you probably want to have a Gygus glove and maybe a hyper wrist. Outfit you kind of like we did with Edgar. This is a lot of equipping. Bear with me. Yeah. Oh, we'll keep the angel robe on. I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Pretty good team, right? You know what? Setzer had already started learning quick, so let's pop Raiden on Setzer. So my mages are almost done learning everything they can learn anyway, which is kind of cool. I should save now, not have to do that again if I do something stupid. Watch me get wiped in the first battle, that would be pretty cool, eh? This is a good time for fire. You would feel pretty silly if you forgot the fire. That would be nice if that hit someone with a ribbon. Or didn't hit. Or didn't hit someone without a ribbon but didn't take effect. That's also nice. That works for me. This is the same fight again. pretty funny how big a difference it ends up being, some of the HP. Like, the HP curve isn't different for different characters, but Strago is way weaker than the other two. And you know what? When I think about it, that is because of HP boost from Red Cap and such, isn't it? Also a level difference. A pretty significant level difference. Funny. That's just... It looks so intentional. It's not really. Oh, we should go fight Atma. That'll be fun. Is Cursed Gaze a zombie attack? I bet it is. I'm really not sure what that was. Oh, it's Seizure. Weird. I really want Shadow to kill. I don't know if trade-off always targets the person who initiates the attack, but I think it does. Looks like he uses that when he's alone. It's weak, though. Shield block. I wonder if that was actually a shield block, or if... Oh yeah, there's some difference in the levels. I realized he's using a ranged attack, so may as well. Those encounters were very close together. Okay, what can we do here? Let's see about possibly using Banish, because that will eliminate counters. I don't know if those guys are even vulnerable to it, but we'll give it a shot. Evidently not. Oh man, he killed the dog. Whoa, that was stupid. I was holding the A button. Oh well. Very well held Strago. Strago. Oh. Dang. This shouldn't be too hard. There's no reason why this should be hard, right? Left here since birth. This place has existed less than a year. I'm gonna go ahead and assume slow works here. It does. Wow, that was strong. I didn't notice whether steel worked, but you know what? I don't think there's any fantastic steals here. Oh, he got me back with that ice. Let's just keep it rolling. I could probably poison him. He doesn't barrier change or anything, does he? This is going to be over quick. Maybe I'll set poison. His damage isn't even very high for some reason. I think that he just reached a different point in his script based on physical counters. Oh, he absorbs poison. That's no good. I knew there was a reason I wasn't doing that. Well, seeing as Setzer has Osmos, there's very little reason why I shouldn't just be using real attacks. So I think I'll do that. Blizzaga was working very nicely. That is a nice strong sword attack too. Good job, Knight Scion. Almost kinda underwhelming. Don't get rid of prize for that other than a save point. Save points are good though. I won't be saving that many more times, so there's not really any reason not to use a 10. Tent is good, of course, for the White Mage's MP. White Mage doesn't get Osmos. Let's make this battle disappear. That wasn't even that strong. Look at all these very abbreviated enemy names. I get why people think that looks sloppy. Oh, that was strong. So Setzer still hasn't learned from that Esper, huh? Or has he? Let's just double check. 81. Okay. Not nothing, but nothing to write home about. I'm hoping for a Doom Dragon in here. I don't actually remember which hallway they show up in. Hectic Oil is a funny name. Normally the upgraded chimeras in these games are called Gorgoneras or Chimera Brains. And I can't help but wonder if these are named after Vector, the place in the game. I wonder the same about those Vector Lithos enemies. Good try, guys. I didn't know that was blockable. I kind of thought when it has like one of those animations that has no evidence of being blocked, usually I assume something's blockable or unblockable. But I'm risking the counter there because, yeah, I didn't think that was going to last way longer. Any Doom Dragons in this hallway? I'm not going to wait around for long. Not really interested. How many times have I even used Flea in this playthrough? Less than 30, I'm sure. Less than 30. There were some places where I was using it frequently, right? I can tell you from the playtesting, the one place where the Flea command got a little wonky was when I used it during the 10 Moogle battle. So, like, literally Locke's first battle. The game didn't like how that treated the activity of the multi-party battle. I think I need to stop looking for Doom Dragons. The game is telling me we don't want to do Doom Dragons. Let's go in this room. There's a dragon. This dragon's weak against water, which is interesting because it's one thing that I definitely do not have that I might normally have. Often I use an antidote outside of combat. And here I'm using 50 HP recovery potions. And it's in kind of a why not scenario. I don't expect this to be hard. Maybe though. Really, Brachiosaurs hit harder than these guys, right? I don't know if it can be slow. I mean, I keep forgetting what can be slowed and not. It's pretty clear, so maybe not. So what else do we think is effective here? Stores energy in its shell. Shell. Actually, I don't know why I'm using Shell on Shadow, because he absorbs all of the attacks. Seriously? That was quick. Crystal Orb, whoop-de-doo. Hey, we get a new Esper. Forget if it's for both or what. Probably not. Well, I feel like I may as well learn quick for Setzer. I mean, I'm not even going to use him in the final battle. It just seems like I should get it since he's one battle away. So let's do it. Hopefully I won't encounter those awful ninjas. Oh, I did encounter those awful ninjas. Maybe they're willing to be banished? Maybe they're willing to be ultimate. I haven't used ultimate yet. They're willing to be ultimate. Trust me. Actually, it doesn't matter whether you're willing or not when it comes to ultimate. Oh, interesting. Golly. Jeez Louise. Apparently you're not supposed to use ultima here. It would seem. What is happening? I made them go berserk. Oh my god. That was madness. That was very strange, wasn't it? Is that normal behavior? You cast Ultima on the ninjas and then they get like multiple turns casting high-powered magic and throwing weapons in a row? Oh, at least that wasn't that time-consuming. Speaking of not time-consuming, maybe I should fight movers in this room. They don't give you AP like they do in the other game, do they? You can steal something good here, though, can't you? I don't remember what you can steal from them. It is something good. Well, let's try for a bit. Let's try for a very short bit, because I also want to kill them. Oh. In Final Fantasy V, they're really weak against fire. Maybe I'm supposed to use defense ignoring abilities? Maybe these guys would be a good thing to use Ultima on. Three magic points. Mood Sood. How does this guy feel about Bio? I know that his friend Funbaba is not a fan. He does like giving me thunder shields though, that's always a treat. Boy, Shadow's not doing so well at stealing. You'd best be frozen. There was someone on a forum recently who said something weird about that quote. And it's not something I'd ever heard before, and I wasn't sure if it was a joke or not. They said that... Oh no, it was about get out on the hum. They were talking about weird lines from this game. Get out on the hum, they said, was something from a blaxploitation film of some sort. I think that's a phrase. I think I've heard that before, so I don't know. You'd best be frozen is a weird one, though. It's not grammatically incorrect. It's strange sounding. You had best be frozen. It's like a threat. You'd best be getting out of here, you know, that kind of thing? Like, that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe it is grammatically incorrect, but it is a way of speaking. Like when the ice people cheer. That guy only gives me 3 magic points too? Boy, I can't believe how much I died after being the stupid dragon. you think I can confuse that behemoth? Previously, when I did battles like this, I confused the Marlboro. That was kind of fun. Oh. Oh, goodness. What is with these people wanting to make meteors fall on me? I didn't ask for meteors. Magic points for everyone other than Setzer. Perfect. Looking forward to being done this. I mean, I enjoy playing the game, but I like the idea of being done the playthrough. And, you know, it didn't go as well as I wanted overall. It didn't go especially badly or anything. No more meteors. I will be quite happy if I never see that animation again. I very likely will, but I'd be happy if I did. No! He's the one we want to keep alive. $79%. I get what, 10 from the gold dragon? This time, Setzer will stay alive. And we'll screw around with the Marlboro. You can hit a dinosaur, because who doesn't like hitting dinosaurs? Small ones. Oh, weird. Oh, didn't even know what a haymaker. You were like, why is he making hay? Why did he choose to do that? No, there was a few of those things. Where the attacks have funny names. There are some weird attack names in general, and I don't know if it's all translation problems. I remember distinctly the like Final Fantasy VII came out when I was in grade 9 or something. And I remember that there's these enemies that are like grasshopper-like, and they have this attack. They appear in the Nibelheim Mountains. The attack takes a really long time to animate, and it's kind of annoying. It's called lay flat. And all I can think is, like, what does that conceivably mean other than have intercourse with? And even from the animation, it almost seemed like it. So, yeah, I always found that one pretty strange. Lay flat. Maybe it's supposed to mean that it, like, is knocking them down? That wouldn't be too crazy, but it's not what I thought of when I heard the name. I don't believe that one's the name of, like, a, you know, move used in martial arts. Were you watching when I had that humiliating death a few minutes ago? Oh man, it was pretty bad. I already beat the Gold Dragon once. And it was easy, by the way, so this is not exciting to me. And then I walked through the room north of him, and I said something about, I hope I don't run into those stupid ninjas. And then I ran into one Madame and two outsiders. I cast Ultima for the first time in the game, and they went crazy. And the Madame cast Meteor twice, and then on my next turn, she cast Meteor and then Holy, and the outsiders were throwing all kinds of crap, and everyone just died, like, instantly. Shadow was trying to run away, but they were just beating the crap out of him. It was a really bad death. Not that there are really good deaths, but... All I was trying to do, I was like, Setzer is one battle away from learning quick. Why don't I sit here and learn quick? So I got into a random on purpose. Oh, this is kind of a funny fight. I almost wonder if they had some kind of scripted... yeah, outsiders are nasty. Anything that throws is pretty nasty in vanilla. At least if it does it frequently. If it's Dataluma or anything like that. What the? Multiple roulettes? This is unusual. This is going to be awesome. Yeah, sky bases are pretty nasty. I don't know what the idea was, making this floating mechanical enemy that's just filled with tons and tons of death. The sky bases, do they use anything other than instant death attacks? Well, that's just nasty. I never find like these stupid things very pleasant to battle, but this fight's going, like, especially badly, I find. I've been having a little bit of bad luck, which is funny, because I don't feel like I'm lacking power in this game. I thought the shrapnel came from the fellows who appeared with the sky bases, the ones that look like Magitech armor. Well, that's nice. So if I fight one more battle, Setzer gets quick. I feel like I should do that, and hopefully I don't regret this. Yeah, this one won't be too bad. weird name for that attack. Sets are gained level, sets are learned quick. That's good. You got quick. Why don't you try on Crusader for like a minute or two? I don't recall if Dark Force are considered undead. I think they're not. Setzer jumped over the candlestick. Oh, because he learned quick. Yeah, sorry. Oh, joke ruined by slight chat lag. It was a good one. Okay. Well, you know what? I have to go back to science team here. Okay, we're going to... Anything good here? No. We're going to want to make use of these espers, though. And... shields. Because these three shield... Whoa. That's not what I meant to do. These three shields are all super valuable and fairly unique. That'll be good. And Celis was learning nothing. Terra was learning Raiden. What do you need? You want to learn? Okay, we'll do this. These guys don't encounter a boss for their entire trip, though, do they? Oh, those jerks. Let's cast Float. Make sure we don't get hit by Life Shaver. Actually, does that work on Life Shaver? Oh, whatever. We will find out soon enough. Seems to still hit. Ultima Weapon on the toilet. I beat Ultima Weapon on the toilet. And it is funny that that is a real thing. And no one draws attention to the fact that they're fighting Ultima Weapon on the toilet. It'd be nice if that battle had a unique battle background that was just the enemy half of the battlefield was a toilet. You were kind of standing on the bowl, the edge of the bowl. The enemy was poking his head out. I've never heard anyone comment on the fact that it's kind of weird that you actually have a conversation with Kefka, evidently while he's on the toilet. That is a thing, right? There's a part during that conversation where he does the little squat animation on the toilet. That's... yeah. I have Celis learning Alexander, right? Okay. That could be useful. Deathmatch. Skybase. Well, at least it has a more appropriate name, as per our conversation earlier. Yuck. Ugh. Not a fan. More death. Oh, even more death. Or maybe you had a premonition, I'm not sure. I would be pretty happy if Terra could stay alive a little bit. Gain those magic points. Man. Dude lives with death. So I think next time we might single target the Thundaga on the sky base. She blocked it twice. She's got... Oh, I want to get Guard Bracelet from this guy. Is that an unguarded steal? I don't recall. Ooh, golly. Maybe I don't want to mess around with this guy. I don't remember these being that bad. I mean, I know that there's a pretty significant foreboding about them, but I don't remember them, like, taking down my team. I thought they used single target Heartless Angel for one thing. And I don't remember the ice attacks being so incredibly strong. It's as if Edgar is, No, Strago can't learn Heartless Angel. Oh, that's just nasty. What have I done to this creature? I know, attempted to steal from it several times. Oh, jeez, that's it, isn't it? Except for the fact that Locke can probably, Oh, okay. There's the Guard Bracelet. I wanted that. I really wanted that. That's a nice equip, without doing a whole lot of Colosseum action. But this battle is not my best. See how many things it just used? We're out of here. Forget this guy. That thing was clobbering me. It's never been a problem before. Man. That's a bit of a strange thing to do, but I have so many elixirs and so few other resources. Not so few other resources. They are plentiful because of my time on the solitary islands, so may as well make use of them. That was a weird fight. Guard bracelet's a good item, though. Do I want to use it? I don't know. I may. That would have been better on my secondary party. Okay, these guys are gonna go right. No thanks. You guys like to confuse me way too much. Oh, whoops. Need to push the conveniently placed 4-ton weight. That was set down in perfect symmetry. Since we're going to control the third party, we're going to unequip these shields. I'm not going to worry about the espers. I mean, I guess I could throw on Crusader, but they're not going to learn it before the end of the game. So, yeah, it took Ultros 5 minutes. Yeah, we're so much stronger than Ultros. It's actually a pretty neat thing to learn. I didn't actually put the new shields on, did I? Because this isn't an annoying sound at all. That grav bomb animation looks awesome. I like the attack that used it in Brave New World. What was it called? Raise. I don't think it was quite the same animation. I think it had a redness to it because it was a fire and poison attack. Unique. Brave New World has a lot of good things going for it. Strago's skill set is pretty cool in that game. I like that I say in that game as if it's a completely distinct game. I don't know if that's normal among hacks or not. It is kind of a distinct game. It feels like a remix of Final Fantasy VI that's not just Final Fantasy VI with tweaks. This guy has a lot of hit points. I was hoping to kill him before that happened again with that Thundaga, but it didn't work out. And that, I believe, is a death attack, yeah. No. Maybe this is a good time to, yeah, get Strago's MP back. And now this team, their last duty is going to be beating what used to be called Poltergeist and probably has some other name now. I'm not... No, no. Get away from me, you things. I got that mysterious ribbon text box. I've been doing too much Visual Studio programming lately. What do I can do to make Earthshaver less annoying? Probably hitting this guy with ice, that would help. Oh yeah, that helped. So I think I tried fighting this thing before and it generally didn't go well. I'm hoping to avoid that this time. We got better quips, for one thing. Whoa. Those physicals are not very strong against this guy. He must have a fairly high defense. Does Slowga have a higher success rate than regular Slow? All of the gods seem kind of easy. And you know, the other two seemed a bit more gimmicky. I don't know if this guy even has a gimmick. I think he uses wave cannon or something. He's not that impressive. Goddess has an amazing gimmick. The that zombie setting attack, whatever it is, Cloudy Heaven or something. That thing's cool. That's very unique and very dangerous. Does this guy absorb holy? This gal? And then Doom, the only real new element to the Doom battle was Force Field, which is interesting. It can make itself kind of helpless, though, which is unusual. Uh-oh. That's not going to go well for Cyan. So I spent some time buffing. Overcast and Love Token, yeah, those are pretty amazing. Overcast. I think it must have been called Cloudy Heaven or something like that in some other translation or something, because I don't think I made that up. I might have. Yeah, regen gives pretty good ticks on Cyan. He's got Stamina of a Knight, which is whatever was highest among the PCs, and high HP. So it happens that his regen ticks are actually pretty noteworthy. I don't know. I've been using a lot of bios. It's possible this fight's nearly over. Hardly seems worth it, too. to buff more.
Not bad. I'll get some kind of item out of this. Normally you would get the Aura Lance. I'm not sure if it may not exist anymore. Zwillblade. Oh, look at that. Small Zed. Oh, what a nasty typo. Anyway, that's got the same stats as the Zwill Crossblade does in the advanced version of the game, so it's meant to be kind of like an ultimate thief knife. And it's pretty good. I don't know if it's going to edge out the Valiant knife. Better defensively, for sure. By a lot. But this group is basically done. In fact, I might just strip them, because why not? And they don't have any espers. Ah, wouldn't that be crappy if they ran into a fight right there? This is the Mog team with Malulu Charm. They can just run on by. I believe last time I walked into Kefka's Tower I took out Doom, and I think that was the only one of the statues that I did. So, yeah. Here's my A-team. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to put the shields on. That would be valuable. Only shields the mages can equip are force shields. And the only shields that can be equipped by thieves are regular buckler and hero shield. That might even be a lock-only thing, I'm not sure. No, I guess not, because I had it on Shadow. So. Poison Tick, work on her. Oops. Oh well. We still want that. So hopefully this fight doesn't suck too much. I am using a lot of regular physicals, and that could make Love Token a bit annoying. I'm also not, death immune, so... and I didn't put on special equipments to prevent zombie, which might have been stupid. We'll see pretty quickly, I think. What am I supposed to use against her? Like water? 'Cause she's lightning elemental, right? Let's burn her. Ooh. Oh, gee, what now? No, that was not the right thing to do. This fight's not going well so far. Okay, so that's gonna make Edgar pretty useless for a long time. Okay, what do I do? I just don't die now? Oh. Yuck. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, yeah. What am I supposed to do? Solo her with Terra? Could break rods. Oh. Did Edgar just die? Yeah, he did. Okay, that's almost a blessing in disguise, isn't it? Oh, man. Oh, that's crappy. There it is, best of luck. Yeah, that was... I didn't look over at the chat during that whole fight. I mean, clearly. But best of luck was an appropriate thing to say. Wow. Why are you using an Oath Veil? I mean, that's not going to be the difference maker or anything, but... So, preventing zombie doesn't do anything, does it? Because I have ribbons on. Yeah, zombie in Final Fantasy X. That was an interesting thing. I don't think my equips had big problems, did they? I mean, I can try and nullify some elemental stuff. That probably stands to carry some benefit. I can put this ridiculous lowercase Willblade on lock. But I don't think my damage output is the problem. I think all the bad things happening to me all the time is the problem. The Force Armor is going to make a big difference. We'll just try again and be optimistic. Oh, that happened already. That's too bad. Oh. Does she not have flare? Where's flare? That'd be dumb if I didn't give her flare. She never got flare. Okay. Meteor. She never got ultima either. Well, that's kind of crazy. That's not even way stronger than Blizzaga, is it? Oh, that was a piece of garbage. No, no real reason to use Flare, I don't think. Nice that some of those effects had been cancelled. Maybe there's no point in hasting those guys. They're not doing anything. Hey, Terra blocked it. That's pretty cool. And Edgar's got some wicked damage going. Maybe I will haste him. Whoa. Wonder how close I was last time. I wonder what her HP is. Like, I kind of assume they all have approximately 60,000. Because this game uses 2-byte HP values. Got Excalibur. That's not gonna seem very worthwhile right now. Only 52% on that. I also wish I had Flare, but I'm not going to sit here and grind magic points now. I don't see any reason well, I do. I see a couple reasons. Thank you. I do see a couple reasons why things could, you know, continue to go wrong. Well, yeah. Killing your own allies sucks. That's why they thought, oh, look, the chat's showing up all of a sudden. That's kind of weird. Maybe I'll get rid of the, this thingy. See if that looks better. Oh, I get it. My chat's not set to stay up. At some point I'm going to fix that. Okay, whatever. I think we should go to the end of the game and see how we do. Maybe I should reposition that chat so that it, just pop it down here and it'll appear over my face. That's pretty nice there. Just in case. I like knowing what people are saying in the recordings when I use I do upload everything afterwards, so sometimes it's funny when I'm talking to the chat in the future. I'm gonna have no idea what I was talking about. But yeah, the solution to both of her main abilities is to kill your own allies, and I think of how that Rexel fight goes. It's so dumb that in these battles like, it's a good way to be outside the box. But killing one's own allies doesn't seem like the right thing to do. In D&D campaigns I've been involved with, for the most part, having a party member die ruins everything. And maybe it's because I'm doing mostly low-level play, but, you know, you pretty much always have to abandon whatever you're doing and go back to town, and that's not always easy, so... it's weird the way the game has trivialized people dying. In Final Fantasy I, there was no way to revive in battle. So... and that makes a sort of sense, doesn't it? Like, revival, you would think would be a ritual or something. I'm interested a little bit in the dialogue here because, this is based on the Ted Woolsey hack. I haven't really been drawing attention to the dialogue for a while because there hasn't been that much dialogue for a while. Yeah, no hard... yeah.
You killed me 9 times! Why'd you kill me 9 times? You know, usually I bring a pretty powerful team to the end. I've done low-level play, but you're still whipping out, like, the Offering, if that makes sense, with Valiant Knife, if that makes sense. Fixed Dice, if that makes sense. I always come into this final battle feeling pretty strong. Right now I don't. There's a lot that's gone wrong in a small number of battles here. At least no one throws things. These lines are all quite different and very nice. Oh, Gauss is about the same. Good use of the Woolsey version. I like the way at this part, like his reaction, and I don't know if it was this way in the Japanese version. I wonder. I would love to know more, but it's hard to get that kind of information. It's like he's throwing a tantrum, the jumping and saying, "No, no, destroy it, destroy." And I remember hearing that Kefka comes across as much more serious than the Japanese version, but that people involved in the game in Japan who saw the English version said, this is the real version of Kefka, and that ended up being incorporated into games like Dissidia, which I know relatively little about, I should say. Okay, so here's what I have to do. I can only have 1 knight, 1 thief, 1 white mage, 1 black mage. I kinda have to hope they live. Because if at any point the wrong combination shows up, the playthrough's a little bit invalidated. So I'm gonna go with just this. I could bet on a certain member dying, but there's no way to be sure. This is probably okay. They're my A team. They're my A team more because they're main than because they're best. There's no reason that they're better than any others. I have Valiant Knife on, right? I wonder if Valiant Knife is the right choice. I think I'll try out that Zwill thing for a bit. If I could find it. Oh, the sound sounds all weird when I'm scrolling. Okay. I also don't have Ultima, don't have Flare. We are going to want Heiska, we're going to want Float. We're going to want a lot of things. Oh. Yeah, enemy with no name. And I think that's consistent across all the different versions, too. We're going to be fast and loose with the elixirs for sure. Because we can be. Oh yeah, the Zwillblade casts Sleep. Just like in the advanced version.
but I might need it later. I do that kind of thing. Oh yeah, float. That's important. Some part of this guy has Quake as a death attack, so I'm absolutely gonna get quaked here. With casting float. Or with holding on to items for that critical thing that happens after the last boss. Why does Terra keep dying? I'm not okay with Terra dying repeatedly. That needs to stop. Saying I may need it later, yeah. One of the counters here I think is 10 hits. Oh, I thought that was it for a second, because I was getting hit repeatedly. Do I still want to float Terra, or do you think she can stand a Quake? She's probably okay. Oh yeah? That's where Quake comes in? That's funny though, because doesn't he hit all his allies? Oh, 10 hits. No, yeah, you're right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Been a long time since I heard this music. This is quite wonderful. I might regret that if she gets killed by Quake, but whatever. There's Quake. That's not too bad. Okay. I don't remember too much of the strategy here on this particular phase. Is there an undead part? I don't think so. Blue guy's there. There's some part that can be silenced or something, isn't there? I don't remember. I'm gonna try setting poison. Oh, I'm gonna want to do Sloga. Because if you can be hasted, you can be slowed, and that would obviously be optimal. Someone didn't like poison here. Oh, that didn't go well. Giant animal head. Giant animal head that, if you look in the game's code, is called tiger, because that is clearly what a tiger looks like. Nice that Flare Star's kind of weak. This Sloga really should be working. I'm confused by the fact that it's not. If something can be hasted, like haste and slow immunity, I believe in this game are the same thing. He's Gurry. Tony the Giant Animal Head with a naked blue man sitting on top. Rejected cereal mascots. Wow. I mean, I know I've got pretty good M block, but that was crazy. Oh, that didn't even end up being a problem. I was prepared for it. I was going to cast fire on myself. No one here is death immune. That's going to present some problems with the next phase. I may end up fighting Kefka with 2 characters. I like this meteor action. It's going to be unfortunate when I kill 2 of them at the same time and have to deal with the death counters, because they've got strong death counters, like that 10 hits thing. That's pretty extreme. You know what I should be doing is re-raising. Oh, that's nasty. Referring to the Dispel, you know, I had done a fair bit of buffing. I'm not keen on that Dispel. He should still be weak, because re-raise is not a full heal. Aw, oh, dang. I don't like that Dispel came right before 10 hits, too. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, it was not that bad. That is a lot of buffs going away. Oh. I'm coming into this third battle in suboptimal condition, to put it one way. We're probably going to get Mertoned out of the gate, so that'll be good. I don't think I have any active re-raise. I might have locked with that. Yeah. Here you can steal some things, right? But it's not really gonna matter. Oh, it absorbs that. That's kind of silly. I enjoy your descriptions of what's happening. What do I want to do here? I want to keep us alive. This particular mode, if I recall correctly, does not have high HP at all. Oh, that thing's elemental. I didn't realize. Yeah. This is a little rough. So that was that thing. Yeah, so now we know how much HP the thing at the back has. It had just under 8,000, and then we did about 5,000 more, so it's pretty low. And I think that's the one that automatically kills someone. With something that is unblockable but resistible. So this might take it out. Oh, well, interesting. Wow. Okay. Huh. I wonder how this is gonna go. I'm a little nervous about the end of this particular round for reasons. I don't think this guy has as many resists. Let's try a set. I think I did try to set bio, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. No, that's pretty strong. Oh, it's gonna hit someone this time. Just one person. Had to be Locke, but he's got a Valiant Knife. He's gonna do some killer damage after this. Good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's the kill people attack. Okay, that's a piece of crap. Oh man, and on the two people who didn't have re-raise. Oh, nerds. That could have been better. I don't know. Does it still kick them out of my team if I didn't bring an alternative lineup? Maybe not. Maybe I was worried about nothing. You know, normally you have 12 members and I can give them at least a relatively good... Oh, that's not right. Oh, what am I supposed to do here? I think I gotta kill Shadow really quickly. They're naked, so that's good. Oh, phase 4, Kefka in a loose-fitting toga. Why do you think he chose loose-fitting? Okay, so let's first of all save the playthrough before any other actions are taken. You know, this is as good a time as any to test out a Mega Elixir. And as good a time as any to try out a new weapon for Cyan with no equipment. I didn't know this was going to happen. I mean, clearly. Save the Queen would be good. Save the Queen. And what kind of shield? Or no shield, right? Yeah, first order of business was kill Shadow. Mission accomplished. Ooh, that was pretty nasty. I don't have any buffs available now. I just need to find ways to kill him. This is terrible. And Cyan is unarmored. So that's pretty special. See? Wow. I didn't know it was going to draw from my lineup with the default order. If I knew that, I might have prepared for this a little differently. I had to have done this before, but I don't remember it. Jeez Louise. This is as good a time as any for another Mega Elixir. This might be a very bad finale. I mean, I guess I hope it's not a finale.
Perfect. I may as well keep Cyan alive. But Terra can do real damage, so let's do it. Like 6,000 damage? If I can get 10 of those off, I win. Okay. This seems like as good a time as any to use my last Mega Elixir. Or I could have gone for Cyan's Desperation attack, I suppose. Oh, that's a different name for Goner. If anyone lives, they need to get healed. Oh, that was not bad at all. Maybe you should just attack, Luck. Oh, no. Locke hasn't been clobbered yet. I mean, he's got Protect. Nice. That was a little bit of luck. Terra is now muted. Did we learn that he can survive this? Stronger than Ultima, does much less because it factors in physical defense. Oh, that's a funny choice. I mean, probably not a choice, right? I don't know if Cyan has been surviving this. No. I think I need to keep Cyan alive. I think he's... Hey! We won! Some things went wrong towards the end, but we won! I'm gonna consider that the end of the playthrough. I mean, I did everything in the World of Ruin. The only things I didn't do were a couple of dialogue-based scenes, like the Gao's father scene, and I didn't find Duncan to learn a blitz that I can't use. I don't feel the need to go back and learn the rest of the spells. So that was as close as I could to having a Knight, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage party throughout Final Fantasy VI. You always thought it was too easy. Well, there's lots of good challenge playthroughs on Final Fantasy VI, but the odd thing about that is, and thank you for congratulations, the odd thing about that is even most of the variants that are commonplace are also easy. Like a natural magic game is fun because it's different, but it's still pretty easy in this game. And low-level playthroughs, they've been pretty well explored. People kind of know how to do everything, and especially if you're exploiting glitches, it's trivial. If you don't mind Vanish dooming things, playing low-level in this game is just stupid. So, yeah, this was a novel way to play. I don't know that I learned anything from it. I learned that this game presents all these command abilities and people say they don't matter in the face of the magic command. I come to doubt that a little bit. Like there were times when I was begging to have Blitz and tools. That would have made so many parts so much easier. And yet, I had someone with very high vigor. They had General Leo level vigor, the Knight did. They had the ability to cover. They had the ability to wield with two hands. And those things were useful. I hadn't changed the enemy encounter, right? Unless perhaps it was changed in Ted Woolsey Uncensored, which I could imagine they would do if it were different in the Japanese version, but I kind of doubt it. There was one spot where I encountered enemies like less than 4 steps apart in that the... I don't know if it was in the part you were watching, because I think it was in Toilet Atma's room. That was weird. Boy, when's the last time I beat this game? Because, I mean, the last time I played it was probably 2 or 3 years ago when I was playing through Brave New World. And, so the game still felt fresh to me, but I haven't seen the ending for quite a long time. And I've played through this game probably a dozen times. I would say this is one of the games I know best. I still keep asking the audience questions. I mean, it's a little bit you, because I don't know if I pronounce it right, McClear. You seem knowledgeable, but I was asking about AI patterns and weaknesses and stuff. I wasn't expecting real answers, but I do it when I know when no one is apparently watching as well. So. Even if the coin flips the other way. That line that Setzer had there sounded much more... the meaning was clearer there than it was in North American vanilla. Don't be like Two-Face, Setzer, indeed. And then Edgar stops to give him the finger. What is that gesture supposed to be that he does? It sure looks like he's giving me the finger. I don't know. How about playing through with a designated thief? The designated thief was probably the least useful character much of the time. Maybe because of the way I outfitted the knight, where they were able to use 2 hands, a Gygus glove, or its equivalent, and a hyper wrist. The knight had super high damage despite the lack of special commands. The thing that the special commands allow is easy defense ignoring, easy 100% accuracy, and a number of special effects. There's a little question in my mind that having access to the tools command is way better than having default 2 hands plus hyper wrist or anything like that. Plus multi-targeting. I only had one character who was capable of multi-targeting in the whole game, right? Even when my white mages started to learn the holy spell, that's a single target magic, so that's kind of weird, eh? One character who can multi-target? At some parts it was a pain. I could have recruited Gogo and Umero, I chose not to. I don't know. Could have just not used them. I wonder what it was like, you know, being the first few gamers playing this game and having no idea there were hidden characters in the game and then beating it. Umero's sort of obvious. Gogo is not. So, and then you'd be seeing this and saying, where on earth is this? If you weren't, and the internet as a source of gaming information was pretty new and young when this game was released. If I saw bridges like that, I would probably think of, you know, Mount Colts, which no longer exists, and Mount Zozo. I'd be in Mount Zozo looking for all kinds of hidden passages and stuff.
Go find shortcut. I have a feeling that was not a shortcut at all. I mean, they have to get to the top of the tower. Is that the point? That he's ruining their lives? Is my straw busted? My kids chew on everything. I wonder if they got to my cup. I have celiac disease and they don't, so I like to insist that they don't share my stuff, but I'm sure it happens. My friend, I don't know if he has a gaming handle or not. I really have no freaking idea. Friend of mine, one of my oldest friends, a friend who I've been good friends with since grade 5. It's a break. Told me that he had been watching old clips from my stream, and that he'd never caught a stream live, but had been watching old clips from my stream. And I thought that was interesting. He's the one I talked about in another stream. He's like terrified of beating games, and he was the one who, very shortly after Final Fantasy IV came out as Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo, his brother beat the game, and I guess I remember seeing kind of the end of the game, and I don't know if that ruined the game for him, but from then on he just doesn't beat games. He likes games that don't have endings. I remember distinctly him playing through Final Fantasy VI, getting a strong team when it was Final Fantasy III, when it was new, and kind of like, we get to the end, we get to the top of the tower, we're facing Kefka, he turns the game off. He does not want to see the game's ending. It would be really funny for him to drop in on this clip. I wonder if it would bother him seeing this now. I remember bringing it up when we were younger adults. I don't know if he still feels that way. It was just a funny thing. Apparently this scene is very, very different if you don't recruit Strago. I've never sought all the ending variants before, but you can find them on YouTube, I know. But she's not walking with Strago, obviously. So she's walking with the compulsory characters. And the tone of the scene is quite different. Fear of victory. Yeah, I bet you'll find one. Oh, someone told me about this. That there would be a soft lock in this version of Ted Woolsey Uncensored. Oh, it's gonna put the music out of sync. It's gonna ruin everything. At least we're near the end. That there was a point where you had to hit A to move the end credits. I mentioned it in an earlier stream. It was a documented bug. If you Google Ted Woolsey Uncensored screen credits, something or other, you'll find a thread where they're talking about it. I believe it's fixed in the newest versions, but yeah, that was not my fault. And at least it didn't break anything, but I did have to push A to advance it there. That's too bad. I didn't pay attention. I would have liked to have seen the ending in all its intended glory. Especially after I was just talking about the significance of this ending to me and a friend personally. So when does the next song in the ending start? Right after Strago, right? the Super Famicom Super Nintendo music loop by default? It'd be funny if it started again now. No, just nothing. But it'll go back to normal after the game is done, saying that the game was starring me. That always makes me feel warm inside. It helps with my empty existence. How is she leading them out of the tower? They were flying above the tower, right? Or maybe the tower is just a lot bigger than what we see in game. You're turning purpler. There's a part here I remember from my childhood too, like first couple times beating the game. I remember playing this at a friend's house. The friend was obsessed with Donkey Kong Country. Finally convinced him to stop playing Donkey Kong Country before the second one had even come out. But there's this scene during the ending coming up very shortly where Celes is like surprised to see whether Terra's okay or not. And everyone's scrambling around the ship, sort of looking for Terra. And, well, really it's just Celes going from person to person. And it looks silly. It's this scene here. I'm going to act like my friend, who was 12 or so at the time. I'm going to do the voice he did. Where's Terra? Are you Terra? Are you Terra? Are you Terra? No, I'm Strago. She goes up to each person and just checks them in the face and then turns around and Terra's there. It's just funny that she actually seems to be like, are you Terra? But I remember my friend saying that when we were like 12. He thought it was funny. That's a friend I don't have any contact with anymore, but yeah. It's kind of funny how much I remember, and it's come up in some of the past streams because I've had a fair number of old friends join me during this many-part playthrough. Some of whom I've known for quite a long time, and it's funny how much communicating with someone about playing a game has been a part of my life that I remember. Like, isn't that weird? We were harkening back in one of the early streams to like the days of playing games in the basement. We had this setup in my basement which was full of like the crappy furniture that isn't in the real family room. It goes to the basement. We had such terrible furniture, this terrible wall unit. And we had on this wall unit 2 TVs. And even in the area of the PlayStation 1, possibly the PlayStation 2, one of them always had a Super Nintendo hooked up, because we always wanted to go back to Super Nintendo games. Sometimes I'd play Super Game Boy games on it, like I'd be playing Final Fantasy Legend 2 on it, while someone else was like maxing their sphere grid in FF10 or whatever. And just 2 people would play, and the rest of us would kind of sit around and eat pizza. We'd play music we all liked, and that was kind of like our Friday and Saturday nights when we were teenagers. And we remember it fondly. It's weird things to have memories associated with, but yeah. Things like the ending of Final Fantasy III make me pretty happy. It's a nice ending, but it's also a bit nostalgic for me, so. Imagine if the world was this big when you were looking for Doom Gaze. Man, that would be sucky. At least there's only one cloud. Repeatedly. I can't blame them. The scene looks cool. Whatever. I found funny, this one, you know, like they show you going over continents where there's no stretch of land this big in the game world. And so the idea is the world map isn't actually a picture of the entire world. It's a macro scale representation of the places you can visit. And so this is now a different scale we're looking at. That's the way I understand this flight over the ocean and flight over the countryside. But it looks much sillier in Chrono Trigger for some reason. The same thing applies, but the world in Chrono Trigger is super small. And so it just seems you're flying over villages and villages, and you're like, I'm pretty sure the population of the world of Chrono Trigger is like 20 to 30. There's no time period where you can meet more than 20 or 30 people. Except for perhaps people you kill. Chrono Trigger is a well-developed world, but it's very small. Geographically. I think it's funny then when you get to Chrono Cross, you find out that there's a tiny archipelago called El Nido that has a number of settlements you could never see in Chrono Trigger. Cultures, biomes, lots of biomes represented in the El Nido archipelago. That was actually kind of neat. Wonder what those guys did. Maybe because this ending was so long and because the end part was a little bit monotonous. And graphically, I mean. I remember enjoying pronouncing the Japanese names as a youth. Some of them just seemed unusual to me. That one stands out. Oh no. O-H-N-O. It's kind of funny in our language, right? Oh no. And then the next one was some no, so it's like you got oh no, and then the next guy is some no. He's got some no, not zero no. Chris Budd. I know that name from somewhere. Brian Fedrow. That's the guy who It's Brian's Fault. Are you familiar with It's Brian's Fault? The crazy Easter egg at the end of Secret of Evermore? Brian Fedrow, he's famous. George Sinfield. Is that amusing to you, or does that mean something to you? You just thinking of like George Costanza plus Jerry Seinfeld? Or yeah, yeah. The world is wrecked, but we're all pretty happy. We'll be able to fix it now. You probably could make a sequel out of this that wouldn't be garbage. There's no company that will do that. If they made a direct sequel, it would be garbage. Yeah, a lot of people have said that they'd enjoy a prequel in the War of the Magi. I still don't think that the right company exists to make that now. If it were a fan game, it could be pretty good, but I don't know. I think that Square Enix has a tendency to destroy everything they touch now. The best Square Enix games came... They were the ones that were in development before that merger happened. Like FF12 had good elements. Dragon Quest IX had good elements. I don't know. There's probably a lot of people who would disagree with me, but I don't like many of the newer games, and often when they release new property related to the games I enjoyed before, it just seems like either they're just cashing in or destroying my childhood.
Or both. I kind of enjoyed the after years, Final Fantasy IV, the after years. There was something to appreciate there. It wasn't plot, that's for sure. But if you felt like you really needed more FF4, I think that game would work for anyone. So. I find almost nothing to appreciate about Final Fantasy XIII and its related properties. And I haven't tried anything since, so yeah. The end. Cue the Starfield. And now I get the unlock me password, right? Where's the unlock me password? Does it take a few seconds for the Starfield, or what? Ted Woolsey Uncensored, remove the Starfield. Does the end normally animate like that? Look at that. That's pretty. Oh, there's the Starfield. Okay. Yeah. I kind of got distracted in talking about the nature of this playthrough. Knight was valuable. Thief was less valuable. White Mage was interesting. They often didn't have much to do, but that pray command changed things. Using pray frequently in random battles gave a not very useful character something to do, but it added up. It was very useful at times. Black Mage was about as good as you would expect it to be. But you know, without Esper boosts, they didn't break the game. I think that much of the game breaking we see with this game and the lack of difficulty we see with this game is very much self-imposed. So I don't know if there were lessons to learn here. It was an interesting playthrough. I might have learned a couple things, but I don't think there were big, broad lessons. And I don't think I'm going to do something like this on this game again. Maybe. I don't know. I've been toying with the idea of what are actually the most common Final Fantasy classes. And really, it's technically like ninja, monk, dragoon, summoner, or something like that. That could be kind of fun, but I don't know, I'll give it some time. And I'd like to be able to do the things that I had planned to do originally with Final Fantasy IV, but hacking that game was a bit of a nightmare. It was quite, took a lot of time. So I don't know, I think what I might do next is Tactics. I was all ready for Tactics when I started this one. But I might have a break over the holidays, actually. We'll see. I'm glad to be done. So I think I'm gonna close down the stream for now. And, I don't know, what do we want to watch if I host someone? Legend of Legaia or Final Fantasy V? I think it makes sense to go to Final Fantasy V. Thanks for joining me. This was fun. I'm glad to be done, though. See you on the next thing I do.